We go with the market system. So market systems are important to ensure that the decentralization or centralization. So for laissez-faire capitalism, the government is only used to protect private property from stealing and then providing legal constraints. Command system is when the government owns all companies, and it doesn't work because there's a lot of corruption with the system and there's no incentives because people don't own companies anymore. So there's no incentive to grow companies. So there's a lot of issue with that. Market system is the best system out of here because it is the mix between all the good aspects of the command system and all the good aspects of the laissez-faire system. It's more of like a hybrid, and that's what you want. You want to take the best aspects of each system because both command and laissez-faire, they're not all bad, but there's a lot of flaws to each, but a lot of good parts to each. So it's good to pick and choose what's good and bad. Market system focused on protecting private property, freedom of enterprise, freedom of choice, self-interest, competition, and market prices. So countries like Hong Kong, Singapore, and Australia are free, while places like Mozambique, Algeria, and North Korea are not free. So it's better to be more in the freedom spot. So having high economic freedom is good for the economy, but you need a mix of you need a mix between some government control and private company freedom. So you need a mix between government control and private company control. It's good to have advanced technology and capital goods because it allows for more efficiency in production. And money is good because we need money to trade. We can't trade a car for food. It just doesn't work because the value is just so different. So we need money as a medium of exchange. We need units of exchange. That's why money is important because we can't trade a plane for food or a plane for cars. We can't do that. We can't we can't trade a house for Beanie Babies. Like it just doesn't work. We need money because there's no it can provide value for a transaction. So government is important. We need government. The reason why is because there might be too little produced if there's no government. So if like the reason why we have the Go system, for example, so the reason we have the Go system, the reason why we have the Go system and the TTC and all public transit is because if this was produced by a private company instead of the government, the fees would be too high for people and no one would use transit. Therefore, transit would be produced way less than needed. That is why the government runs it, because the government can keep prices low, super low, and take a loss because they're not motivated by profit. Private companies are only motivated by profit. That's why the Go system and public transit is owned by the government because if it was owned by a private company, no one would use it because it would be too expensive. Like people use Uber, but you wouldn't be able to use Uber on a daily basis because it's too expensive. Like it's you'd have to be really rich to use it daily. Like not really rich, but you'd have to have some sort of means to do it daily. But with the Go and Subway, the Go train and Subway, you can use it daily because the price is low enough to do it. It's still a bit pricey, but like the Go is still it still costs some money, but compared if it was offered by a private company, no one would be able to take it daily. That's important. We need to have some government, and also we need to have government to stop, like let's say Amazon is polluting. Amazon is polluting like crazy. The government needs to step in to tax Amazon for pollution, and this would restrict output to reduce pollution. So Amazon in this case is overproducing, and the government allows it to produce less. The five fundamental questions of economics are what goods and services will be produced, how will the goods and services be produced, who will get the goods and services, how will the market system, how will the system accommodate change, and how will the system promote progress. So what will be produced? The goods and services that can be produced at a continuing profit or total revenue is greater than total costs. Yeah. So we want to use the most efficient technologies to produce goods and use technology, and we want to produce at the lowest cost. Who will get the output? Consumers with the ability and willingness to pay to get the product. And ability to pay depends on income. So income depends on property and human resources and resource price in the factor market. So the system accommodates change through changes in consumer taste, changes in technology, changes in resource prices. Technological advance, innovation in product, income increasing, innovation in process, cost reducing. And prices communicate information about scarcity and value. If it's very rare, if something's very rare, the price will be high. So if like we can't find something anywhere, the price can be very high. If we can find something everywhere, the price is very low. So like basically the more rare something is, the higher the price. So with the market system, we need efficiency and efficient use of resources, efficient use of techniques of production, efficient use of development of more efficient technologies. We need incentives to generate skills, hard work, and innovation. We need freedom, rewards, and penalties as opposed by the market system. The command system didn't work because there's no incentives, and yeah, there's no incentives, which is the big problem. So if you want to start a business, there's you can start a business through a sole proprietorship, and that's when you start a business and you don't incorporate. So all the income that you earn is taxed at your own personal income tax rate. And there's no difference between you and the corporation. Partnership is when you work with somebody else and it goes towards your income, and there's no difference between you and that person and the corporation. So you're together. Like if someone sues you two, you're personally liable. But as a corporation, it's not part of you. So if someone sues the corporation, you're fine. And also if the corporation goes bankrupt, you won't go bankrupt. But with the sole proprietorship and partnership, if they go bankrupt, you go bankrupt. So this like these ones so if the company gets sued, you get sued. If the company goes bankrupt, you go bankrupt. So in those cases, but here with the corporation, if the company gets sued, you don't get sued. If the company goes bankrupt, you don't go bankrupt. So that's the advantage of being a corporation. That's why being a corporation is beneficial, because you have those benefits. Yeah. So the product market is where the goods and services produced by businesses are bought and sold. Households use the income they receive from the sale of resources by goods and services. The money spent on goods and services flows to businesses' revenue. Back to market is where households sell resources to businesses. So as it goes, households buy products from businesses. Businesses sell products to households, and then households work jobs or run their own businesses. And those jobs or run businesses. They like the jobs, like the companies you work for or the business you operate sells package to production to businesses. So it just keeps going like this. So households and businesses, they both trade with each other to keep the cycle going.